Hi friends, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. This video is going to be your ultimate guide on how to care for your 6-month-old cuties in your home daycare. It's important to provide a nurturing environment so that the infants in your care can reach their developmental milestones. So that's why I'm excited to share with you guys my Grow With Me series, which is filled with practical activities and ideas to help you create a space that your little ones can thrive. So in this video, I will be sharing with you my infant curriculum that I use for 6-month-olds in my care. So I have mentioned this in my previous videos. I have little tubs that I have labeled for each of the first year of life months, and I fill it with all the activities and toys that I will be using if I have a little learner that age group. So if I have a 6-month-old in my care, once they turn 6 months old, I will grab this tub, and in it I have some toys, and most importantly, I have my teacher's guide, which is filled with all the activities to help them meet some developmental milestones, specifically for 6-month-olds. And so as the kids kind of get closer to that 1 year, I don't have as many like toys in the buckets anymore because they will actually start to use just more toys in our classroom, especially since I like to theme my classrooms. And as they get a little bit older, there's always little things that I can grab and use to fulfill the activities, but be able to, let them play with like either the theme or the season or a little holiday that we're celebrating in our classroom. But those little ones that are really just using infant toys or rattles and stuff, I don't always have those out in my classroom, only if I have a little baby in my care at that time. So for 6-month-olds, the milestones that they are working on this month is maintaining good head control, rolling both ways, bringing toys to their mouth, picking up toys with both hands, giggling and laughing, enjoying simple games, and mimicking and sharing emotions. So those milestones is kind of what I use to come up with all my activities that I do with them. So the activities that I have for this month, I have a cognitive activity, a fine motor, a gross motor, a sensory, a social emotional, and a speech and language. So I will share a couple of those activities with you guys in a bit, but first let's just kind of talk about a general kind of what's going on with babies who are 6-month-olds. So they are starting to teeth, so you're going to notice lots more drooling, maybe even some more crankiness, swollen gums. This is usually the month that those teeth start coming in. So it's very important to have teethers available to them all the time. Some kids like them cold, some kids do not. So I've noticed like if you have some teethers that are you can put in the freezer, I would just kind of watch and see what kind of personality the baby has, and if they like them cold, then that's a great way to soothe those gums, is to keep some teethers in your freezer. You can also just use some washcloths and get them wet just a little bit and throw them in the freezer so that they kind of like are real crunchy. That is usually a classroom favorite. And then the other thing that you can try is to chill their baby food. So when they're eating their breakfast or their lunch, that colder food can help soothe those gums. So with the teething and all that extra drool, this is the month you're going to want to either invest in some really good bibs or have clients bring extra bibs during the day, because you're going to want to switch those out pretty frequently. Or even just ask the parents that, until we get past this teething little season, to bring some extra clothes. So maybe when you change them, you can just completely change their outfit. If you have a baby who's really drooling, just keeping everybody just a little more comfortable in the classroom. So, and then a fun activity to play with them this month is to transfer. So like taking a toy and you want to see them move it from one hand to the other and back and forth. And then also just like putting the toys in their mouth, because everything's going to be going in the mouth now, but can they put the toys in their mouth and like chew on them and suck on them and then like pull them back out, which is a great activity for 6-month-olds. So also these 6-month-olds are getting ready to sit up. Sometimes you have children in your care who will reach this milestone early, but usually 6 months is about the time that babies will start to work on sitting up. So what you'll notice at the first is that they're kind of doing that tripod sit where they're sitting, but they're kind of holding their palms of their hands on the floor and kind of balancing with that, but their backs are pretty still hunched over. So throughout this month, you want to watch and see if that back kind of gets straighter and they kind of lift those hands up off the floor and are more in a more natural sitting position. Another thing that they're working on this month is the consonant sounds like and ba and da coming out in their sounds. One way that I work on that is by just little board books. These are all currently in my classroom. Our theme is jungle, and so I just pulled a couple jungle themed board books. I do not keep books in my buckets because at this point I always have themed board books that I will use. So this activity is great for a speech and language where you want to just sit baby on your lap and go through the book, and you don't have to read all of the words at this point. And if baby is trying to turn the page, that's a great social activity as well. Let baby turn the pages. They can put them in their mouth, gum them as you go. Like a simple story is suffice, or even just using each page as a sound. And so a lot of the times when you look at board books, they will have a sound. And so when you're reading with really little ones, you can just open up, look at the page, and then ba ba bleep bleep, and then the next page it says whoop whoop, so wah wah whoop whoop, and see if baby will respond to any of the consonant sounds. So like this one has that, and I pulled a couple more. So if animals said I love you, so one whippity wappity, so that would be wah wah whippity wappity would be the only thing that I would say for this page. You have a snake, so you've got snake. So you can just kind of like make up your own little things as you read little board books with them and work on those vocabulary consonant sounds. And then you want to get baby moving a little bit. So if they're not, scooting or crawling, a great thing to do is when they're doing their tummy time is to place toys just beyond their reach that are really enticing, that they're really interested in, so that they will kind of try to move towards that toy. At 6 months, babies are wanting to do more than their bodies are allowing them to. So if you're noticing that baby's getting fussy or wants to be held all the time, they're probably getting a little bit bored. So a way that you can meet this social need is to just start really making sure and being intentional that you're including them in all of your activities. So if you're teaching your preschool level kids, put baby in a high chair next to the table. You can put baby in like the sit-me-ups. I still use these during circle time with my 6-month-olds so that they are being brought into that daily routine and observing those older kids and not just getting bored. Another reminder this month, since all those toys are going into the mouth, just making sure that you're not giving baby a lot of like the toys that are batteries that they play with a lot in the 5-month. I will take away at 6 months because everything that is going into baby's mouth can be, washed in the sink or the dishwasher or thrown into the washing machine. So I won't give them anything that's not washable to play with at this point. So a great thing to do with that is just to get like a mouth bucket. So I use just a washing tub bucket that I got at the Dollar Tree, and anytime baby has played with the toys, I just throw it into this bucket, and then at the end of our day I can just wash anything that is in that bucket and then put it back into our tub or back into our classroom. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're obsessed with babies like me, check out that Grow With Me playlist. It is your one-stop shop for all things baby development. So you'll find a whole host of helpful tips and activities that are engaging to make your little one's first year as enriching as possible. I've also linked my Grow With Me curriculum below. This is a free resource that anyone can download and start using today. So whether you're a parent or professional, check out this amazing resource. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch up with you